Good evening, race fans, and welcome along to a very special event, one that absolutely holds a very dear place in my heart. This is the ultimate sim. It's RaceRoom, it's LFM, it's John Wright, and it's going to be 2 hours of Bathurst. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone in the chat. I hope you are on the edge of your seats already. 853 drivers have qualified to take part in tonight's inaugural LFM RaceRoom event. The top 30 will be on display for us, and as I say, an event very dear to my heart as a huge RaceRoom fan. To see the inclusion in season 18 brings a smile to my face. All we need now is my beloved F4s. You can fairly write a tune, can never bore us. Here we are then. It is the inaugural race this evening, but RaceRoom has been integrated. The excitement is palpable into LFM for season 18. There you can get a look at the calendar, the cars and tracks that will be featured. We've got all kinds in there. The Legends Cup, the Touring Car, FR3s. For the open wheelers, Shanghai, Suzuka, Red Bull Ring, Monza, Motorland Fest and Interlagos. The tyre shredder itself. Let's get some game volume on. There we go. Yeah, and we'll just stick with the open wheel calendar. I'm slightly biased. But out on track, as I say, 853 drivers. Set times to enter this one. The top 30 will be out for your viewing pleasure this evening. Not only that, as I say, you can put together a fair old banger, and you can put in a decent lap as well. Mr. Boris Shark will be joining us out on track, and he's in my beloved Ferrari. That is how we get yourself some extra camera time during the 2 hours at Bathurst. He's currently down in 24th position. A lot of names that the RaceRoom community will be recognising very quickly. Riviero, of course, will certainly be one of them. He did set the fastest time to qualify for the top split today. That was a 2-minute 1.033. At the moment, he's got a 2-minute 1.1, so he's just off that pace. We've got 50. Wow. That's how we'll warm the tyres. We've got Tipak as well, Grotte is in, Reiko, Gerhardt, Coughlin, Steinbrenner, who's up in second at the moment. As I say, we've got Orbital, Pasemko's in here, Braun, Rebol, Aman, Georgiev, Mikowicz, De Silva, Souza as well. And one of the other things, the audio in this game is just absolutely incredible, and if we're being honest, that is one of the better cockpit cams you get. Absolutely loving the cockpit cam as well, so the developers are watching. 2 thumbs up from the broadcaster, because let's face it, That's what's important. Hope everyone is looking forward to tonight. It is no flappity plop. Okay. RaceRoom and LFM, indeed. What a combination this is. Since its overhaul, it's safe to say it's had a bit of a resurgence, and deservedly so. The audio alone is worth it. Never mind the force feedback. It is absolutely second to none, in my humble opinion. You know, let me just. There we go, get the new toy working. And we've got an incredible mix of cars out as well. Currently got an Audi up at the top of the field, followed by a McLaren. Then we've got a Lambo in there as well. More Audis making their way into the top 10. We've also got a Porsche, a Rayco there. Nice bit of tartan on the front of that. Again, how we get extra, some extra camera time. Oh, there goes Braun just popping his way into the top 10. Couple of BMWs. A Man and Gontier sitting there 12th and 13th. The Ferraris at the moment languishing at the back, but is a man called Boris that is leading the Ferrari charge. So good to see. Ignacio De Leon, another Ferrari driver, just coming up through the cutting and bouncing off the wall. The drivers fully on the edge. They do have a bit of time to spare, so they are likely to be really pushing it at this point. Strategy, obviously, you would think, with a 30-minute session, get yourself a banker lap set, push for about 10-15 minutes, and then with a couple of minutes to go, just try and see if you can put everything together. As I say, Ribeiro has gone quicker. He's currently done a 2-minute 1.165. And in fact, I can discreetly pop that up in the top left corner. Oh no, apparently that's already switched on. Okay. Ribeiro there is actually on for those are purple sectors that he is set, and that's significant as well. Over 210s combined already, and he's on the Conrod straight. Some more phenomenal camera angles. I do love the static cam on here as well. We'll be utilising that a fair bit. Through the final chicane, of course, only added, I do mention this a lot, so that cars stop landing in the hotel grounds. Round the last corner he goes, and this is going to be a decent time by Ribeiro. No, it's not. He lost it coming out of the last chicane. Well, there we go. He's lost that one out of the last chicane. So no improvement there. Coughlin was registering some quick times there as well. He's pulling over, so fresh set of running boots for him by the look of it. Sebastian Ree, another Audi driver. For some reason that's not going away. Let's see, yeah, we can leave that up for the moment. There we go. Oh, down the roller coaster we go. It's amazing how easy it is to lose a bit of time when you lose just that little tiny bit of grip. A couple of other positions changing as well. We've still got two cars, De Leon and Mies, both to set a time. Yet 28 cars have set times though. Hackle down at the rear of the field, behind Hoffman, Fleischner and Schalk. Schalk has been over... Oh, he's still in 25th, my apologies. It's Fleischner that's gone past Hoffman by about half a tenth. We're still with Ree at the moment, looking pretty quick. Definitely, absolutely time to put it on the TV. Oh, really interacting with the curbs, I think it's safe to say. Fleischner goes ahead and Ree can't bring home the time. Oh, they're starting to bunch up a bit around the mountain again. Some of the cars on faster laps, flying laps, some of them not. Let me just check this. Perfecto. So yeah, 3.8 miles long, 6.2 kilometres for this one. Oh, he's just popped a yellow flag there, so that is going to be a lap gone. Schalke is on a quick lap at the moment, it appears. He is all green along the Conrod Straight. We'll see what kind of improvement he can make. The Ferrari's certainly struggling. It is safe to say Fleissner, 23rd. The Audi's a popular choice, it has to be said. The two Lambos, Orbital and Mikowitz. 3rd and 21st, so yeah, big difference there. Ooh, looked like a bit of a lock up there, some smoke coming up from Schalke's tyres, crosses the line, does improve, goes up to 23rd, retakes the mantle of fastest Ferrari, and pulls over into gravel. Still got 8 minutes left, so not down to the wire quite yet, but we're certainly getting there. Let's jump on board, if I can. There we go, so this is heading up the hill from on board with the McLaren. Through the cutting we will go right out to the right hand side, so you can get as close to this wall on the left as possible. You're going to touch a bit of curb here on the way up the hill, touch a bit of curb on the right, and then the same on the left hand side. Catch it just before the corner starts and then steer your way into it. And straight back into the pits. That was sizing up for a lovely lap there. Let's see if we can find someone else who is out. Let's go on board with the Audi. That's another really good sounding car. And in fact, I think what we might do... yeah, let's go for cockpit. I used to be indecisive, now I'm not quite so sure, but here we go. So we'll get a full run at the lap here, pretty much into Quarry Bend. Definitely an overtaking opportunity. If you can force the driver, if you can get around the outside, really rob them of that momentum, you can certainly take a run at it. Oh, extra bit of steering there just to keep the wheels. Oh, and he's jumped back to the pits. I've heard the curse of the commentator, but I didn't realise it affected people when you were jumping on board with them during quali as well. Alright, let's see how we get on with this Audi. We'll get some helicam. Maybe that's what the problem is. We're maybe making the drivers nervous. Oh, a little bit low. Let's try a bit of this. So this is up through the parks, of course. Reed, Suleiman, and the most important one, McPhillamy, that leads you down into Skyline and the S's. Quite the elevation change for the drivers at this point of the track. It's all about just gathering up the car. You can see the back of the post stepping out there. That's exactly what the drivers need to do to get that short, sharp rotation to get the car pointed out of Forest Elbow. I still think that should be called Hell's Corner. Just because it is absolutely hellish if you get it wrong. That little touch on the wall really can separate you from a very, very quick time because of the Conrod Straight, where we see the Audi jamming on the anchors almost. Looked like he was going a bit slow there, and that of course through the chase chicane. Another overtaking opportunity that we will see utilised this evening, I'm sure. It's pretty close to the qualifying at the minute, but nobody able to get close to Ribeiro. Steinbrenner still almost 3 tenths behind. He's got a 2 tenths gap over Mikowitz, with Tipak and Grott in 4th and 5th. Gerhardt is 2nd behind in 6th place with a 2-minute 2.2. All the 2s. The car's now definitely getting to the business end. Hello there, E50, welcome in. Don't need this anymore. And actually Grotta on for a very good time here. He's purpled sector 1 by almost a 10th. So we will see what the McLaren driver can do. in a couple of times for fresh tyres. You hear the turbo just squealing away there. Jan Lat, good evening, welcome in, hello, hello. Wow, hope you're looking forward to this evening's race as much as we are. Of course, we're going to see the drivers in and out of the pits as well for fuel and fresh tyres over the piece, so the race strategy will be all important as well. There's not many tracks where qualifying can be absolutely vital, but this is certainly one of them. Getting into Quarry Bend first on lap 1 can certainly have its advantages. Oh, Ree goes ahead of Mackenberg. Down in 19th. Let's see if Grotte's purple sector number 2. Oh no, he's not, my apologies. But he is up on his own time, which he needed to be anyway. He's going to cross the line, and Grotte is going to take the McLaren. Oh, only up 1 position with an almost identical time to Stipak. And he jumps straight back to the pits. Boucher has just yellow flagged his lap. Roland Sen. Beautiful looking McLaren. Just coming down the hill, I believe. Yeah, he is up on his first 2 sectors. Boucher is down. Hackle's up on his as well. Hello, Black Nitro Racing. Good evening. Agazio as well, and Coffee Racer. I am one of them myself. Hi to Zuzaman. Not quite sure I know who that is, but good evening to them anyway. I hope you're all having, I've had a good weekend. Oh, no, we just changed cameras there by mistake. Let's jump back on board with Sen. That's good enough, up to 10th. 4 McLarens now join 4 Audis. And speaking of Audis, Gerhardt has just purpled sector 1. Oh, we're getting to the business end now. Yikes. So quick. Love to see it. Absolutely on the ragged edge. So Roberto's still up there. Oh, Steinbrenner needs to sort it out on the next lap. He's down on sector 1 and 2 on this lap. Gerhardt purple in sector 1. Let's see what he can do down through the S's. Oh, sorry, we jumped over on a different car there. So, and he's gone quicker than his own time. So definitely looking at an improvement here. As I say, he's purple sector 1. We seem to be a bit static. Uh, 201 is ripping, it certainly is. I expected lots of Audis and McLarens. Bear with me a moment, let me see. A few cars in the pits, I think. Oh yeah, because qualifying is fast coming to an end. A couple of cars still out on track. Oh, now, you know what? I do have that information available to me. Yes, we will grab that in a moment. I can definitely give you the bot. We'll get that in a second. Let me... get a look at the quality results. Bear with me a moment. Yeah, we'll get the bottom in a moment. I'm just trying to get the quality results to pop up. Bear with me a moment or two. Never mind, we are up and running. Let's not miss the start of the race now, shall we? Here we go. So we can see indeed it was Ribeiro that did take the top spot. Two hours of driving and we are away, and is it a good start by the race leader there, Ribeiro. Steinbrenner doing well, Mikowicz getting a good start, still to Grotta. Looks like we've had a bit of chopping and changing down at the rear of the pack, and in fact we've got some chopping and changing going on now as you see a solid three-way battle. There's Boris Schalke, I believe, involved in that one. Fleischner, sorry, just bringing up the rear of that little battle there. He's trying to get himself involved. Up at the front it's Ribeiro. Let's get some closer camera please, thank you very much. Here we go, Ribeiro leading the way over Steinbrenner. Mikowicz still in second. Tibak in third, Grot holding on to fourth, Gerhardt and Roche still sixth and seventh. Oh, we've got a bit of a yellow flag down the field. There's been a bump on the wall for Gontier there, I believe, and we've actually lost a couple of... oh, a bit of a connection issue for one of the drivers. Oh, that's Fleischner completely facing the wrong way. Up towards the cutting, so our first runner and rider to fall by the wayside. We've got an overtake coming on through McPhillamy Park on the exit down into the S's. The BMW and the Audi have gone side by side, and the KFC, wow, almost hanging on there. Oh, there's definitely a joke about the chicken and the greasy fingers. Not quite able to hold on to the position. Sorry, that's a terrible one. I haven't seen myself out. Good run down the hill though, the Audi of Coughlin holding on to that position well. Ribeiro, what a breakaway he's got at the start. That is an absolute lap one of the gods there from Ribeiro. He's already got an 8/10 gap, as you can see, over Steinbrenner in second. Steinbrenner himself, he's got a good gap back to Mikowicz, who definitely does not have a good gap back to the chasing pack. He's got Grottepack, Gerhardt and Roche very close indeed. Let me see if I can't increase the size. Oh, a man and Gontier swapping positions as well, but we'll keep an eye on the back of the Lamborghini and see how the third lap goes for the drivers. Up at the top, oh, in fact Gontier with a yellow flag. Let me see if I can't get some more. There we go. That is definitely better. Ooh, the McLaren slightly better on the brakes, it has to be said, but in a straight line it does look like the Audi has got this one pretty much in the bag. We need an overview. There we go. I've got a lot of toing and froing going on still. The Audi of Georgiev and Gontier's BMW still battling away, and Ria is very nicely positioned to try and take a position here potentially. Let's use some of this cockpit cam. We can see the rear view mirror there with Rydal and Da Silva Souza. I've definitely raced him a few times in F4s. I've been on the same track and I've seen the back of his car at pace. Let's just say, oh, beautiful work feather in the accelerator there. You can hear just a little tickle on the grass, some dust kicking up. Oh, there's been a lock up by someone. That's a lot of smoke to be coming up in the air from this part of the track. There's not a lot of gravel, so you would think that is a big lock up by somebody. Yeah, and again, oh, all the tyre smoke coming up. And it might well be that Ria's been left behind here. Gontier now firmly in the slipstream. We've already seen him try and go side by side down through the S's, so we know he's got no fear of an attempted overtake at a tricky part of the track. He is tucked in firmly there, but doesn't look like, now is he lifting? Oh, he's waiting to see where the Georgiev defends. He defends to the outside, and the BMW easily in front. He climbs over the curb, throws the car up, and gets the Colonel up a position, so up to 14th place with Georgiev now in 15th position. Just behind them, Ree and Rebel. They're still having a battle there for 16th position. No battle up at the front. Oh, and I tell you what, let's leave the race leaders. The Audi thought about it there. Well, it's 3 Audis there. The Audi in the middle thought about it there. We've actually had Dufek come into the pits, so we've had one car into the pits already. So Dufek in to get some damage repaired. Fresh tyres. Let's see what he can do with the clear air ahead. Boris Shark, of course, fearless founder and leader, has got a battle going on behind him, so we'll come back to him in a second as Massic Gonti here. I did say it was an overtaking opportunity, but he's run too wide and he's given up the position. Absolutely fortuitous overtake there by Meese, I believe that was it. Yes, indeed, beautiful. Wow, and he's let the back end of that thing go. All the fun and the fair for the drivers on the tyres. It looks like some very nice conditions out there, but the drivers enjoy making it difficult for themselves. They'll have no traction control, 0 wing, all the competitive edge. Oh wow, and that is a big contact with the wall for Gonti, and you can't be doing that too often. In fact, you can't really do that at all, to be fair. That's going to unsettle half the car. There's a little bits of carbon fibre on the side of these things, and you don't want to be nicking them. A whole lot of tyre smoke there again. The car's really locking up, and he's just touched the wall again, and that is going to potentially cost him a position with share in the fellow Audi. He's in the slipstream, and he got a much cleaner exit there. Oh, Mikowicz has just dropped a position. Mikowicz has just lost a position there, so Tipach getting the job done. Apologies for missing that one, and it looks like there's another one going on in the background. Sorry, Areko's watching it. It's Pisemko up the inside on Roche. Oh, and he's run about, or sorry, he's run out onto the track. I'm not going to cast any judgment, but certainly the lights flashing would suggest he's not happy about that, and Areko's made his way through. But while that's going on, Tipach is still battling for position. He's got the McLaren round the outside this time of Mikowicz. Can he make it stick into turn number 2 though, or is Gerhardt going to come from absolutely no place and take both of these positions? You can see Tipach there pulling into pulls in front in the braking zone for Quarry Bend, and up at the cutting he does hold on to the position. We've got overtakes all over the place now as Coughlin finds his way into the wall. That was an uncomfortable one, but he's got past Gontier as well. So Gontier on a bit of a slide at the minute. So he's dropping down the order. Sorry, Coughlin going past Georgiev. Oh, and he's bounced off the wall again. That really does make me wince every single time. Let's see how Boris is getting on. He is settled in 22nd position at the minute. So just off where he started. The audio in this game is still incredible. Absolutely, the physics and the force feedback are absolutely mind-blowing. Honestly, the F4s are the greatest. If you want to learn how to drive on sims, the F4s will teach you more about how to brake than any other car on any other sim. You heard it here first. You're welcome. So yeah, please Boris, if you're watching this back after racing, let's get some F4s in the LFM calendar as well. I'm sure Thomas Ribeiro would agree. He's currently 3 seconds up the road on Steinbrenner in second place. Grotta still holding on to third, and of course that enthralling battle for fourth place sees Tipach now holding on to the well sought after mantle. It is Mikowicz now in 5th place, and Gerhardt not too far behind, so I'm going to see the Lamborghini slide down another couple of positions before the pit stops, because Pisemko is putting in some good laps as well. Tim Roche got a bit of breathing space behind him, but certainly Nicholas Areko cannot say the same. Braun looking to get himself into the single digits with the Porsche firmly targeted, and of course Roland Sen, let's not forget the McLaren driver, already put in a couple of good overtakes so far, and is certainly closing in on the 2 drivers ahead, which is good to see. Can you show Tim Roche? Yes, of course. There he is in 8th place. It's a very nice car. We have to say, it's a very nice car. For Black Nitro Racing, yep, so there we go. In fact, we'll get fancy and do some static cam. That does always look good as well. The R8 is absolutely stunning. It looks and sounds pretty good. Pretty good. Rico in the Porsche, he's getting a full-on Audi badge in his rear view mirror. Let's see. Oh, in fact, just as I say that, sorry, Braun out of Forest Elbow drops a bit of time. This could be the moment to send. It makes it interesting out of Murray's corner. He's going to get really close along the Conrod straight, and he's going to just about get close enough. He just, there we go, just all about what he does through the chase chicane here. The R8 is in serious trouble. He's almost quick enough to get himself into position. The McLaren not fancying it through the chase chicane. In fact, the BMW behind the Verman, the lead BMW up in 12th place, so looking to make that 11th if he can. He's got Gontier behind him in 13th position. Good race by both of these drivers so far. Let me just change this to this. Ribeiro 3.4 seconds up the road. General lap time of Ribeiro, can confirm, is alien. Sorry, that was lazy. Bear with me one moment. It should be showing the fastest lap, but for some reason we seem to be missing that. So let me see. Yes, so best lap was a 2:02.0. His last lap was a 2:02.1. So consistent would be the. In fact, there is. Oh no, sorry, that's me. Hello. I should have popped on at the start. How well doing? Where is? I'm sure there was a way to show consistency as well. This is indeed top split. Quali was about 2 seconds apart, and someone did ask me about the BOP as well, which I did open. Where did I put it now? Right, okay, no, right, there's a close battle going on. Sorry, I do have the page that should have the BOP on it. I just can't quite see it. Sorry, yeah, I'm still here. I'm just looking for the BOP that has been applied. Right, okay, yeah, no, my apologies. I don't have the BOP. I thought I did. If you jump into the LFM Discord though, there will be links for that in the chat, I'm sure. Jump in there and they will have all that information to hand. Which I can't see here. But we'll jump back to the race. We've still got an hour and 46 minutes left to go. That's now a second car being into the pits as well. In fact, Obstal in as well as Dufek. We're on the 28th and 29th, as you'd expect, down at the back of the grid. Boris Schalk does write a good tune as well, does our Boris. Up to 21st, back up to 21st position for him in the Ferrari, getting himself past me. So we've got Mackenberg and Mass having a battle on the Conrod straight. They're going to come flying into the chase side by side. In fact, McLaren might even have the full car in front. Oh no, he's not. It's going to be absolutely side by side. Is he going to back out of it? Nope, they're both going to hold their nerve. The Audi better and later on the brakes, manages to hold it very nicely indeed. Will keep the position for the moment, but again, Murray's corner could be a real threat. We'll see if Mass can get a bit more done on the brake. I know, that's another terrible joke, my apologies. And there's more action going on up ahead of them as well. In fact, Boris looks like he's going full defensive mode from Mies as well. So Mies looking to come back. Optral with a yellow flag, Ribeiro with nothing going on there. Audi is one of the top dogs, hence why half of the grid use it. Yep. P2 will be having a race of his own until tyres drop off. Yeah, the McLaren seem to be doing good, doing well in race trim. We should maybe just bop Ribeiro himself actually. 4.7 seconds up the road already. He is not hanging about for any potential battle. Steinbrenner himself has got a good gap back. Of course, the real battles in the top 5 begin with Tipak and Mikiewicz, although Tipak does look like he's managing that gap for the moment. The Lambo now down to 5th position. Oof, that was a bit close to the wall maybe. Nope, absolutely hanging in there. De Silva and Riedal look like they may be having a battle as well. Yeah, actually it is quite close between a few of the drivers here. I think that's Reed just at the front of this. Yeah, so he is just out, and in fact he's just out with Slipstream Ranger, for which he will be eternally grateful, because certainly Georgiev can't say the same. Riedel is tucked right in there. Again, we're going to see him pop out here. We'll see if Georgiev decides to take the inside line. That does seem to have been, or certainly the outside in the braking zone. Not the three of them. He absolutely holds his position. And all that's done is let the Audi of De Silva Sousa catch up behind him. So this is going to be a three-way battle into the final corner. And it's going to be a very, very close one indeed. Oh no, they all hold their position very neatly. So building that up. No, is he thinking about it into turn 1? No, he's not. He's just drifting out there. Now you'd think he'd be keen to get this done. He's got De Silva Sousa, who is not far behind him. We're seeing how well these cars are doing in the slipstream closing up. Yeah, so on board with De Silva Sousa at the minute. As you can see, Mass is a fair bit down the road. He's thinking about it into Quarry Bend. He's taken the inside line and he's been left more than enough room by Georgiev ahead of him. Riedel almost getting it done. Yeah, interesting point. I mean, he's been behind a couple of laps now. He's maybe seen a chink in the armour there. I felt that was his best shot of getting the overtake done. Not making it stick this time though. Back over the mountain they'll go as you were. We're fast approaching the 20-minute mark into the race. Still an hour and 40 to go with pit stops. About 2 drivers. That was a big clank on the wall. And as I look down there, I did take my eyes off the screen from Warren Riedel. Seemed to be right out on the grass on the exit of McPhillamy Park. That is not where you want to be putting the tyres. You're going to lose time everywhere, and he has indeed. He's let Georgiev off the hook. More tyre smokes ahead into Forest Elbow, and you can see a big train of cars there along the Conrod Straight. That's going to be a fascinating one. Is that Coughlin at the front of that group? No, it's a man that's in the front of that group. 13th position, and in fact there's still a few cars just ahead, so they've kept it very, very, very close indeed. Areco is just about clear. Oh, and that's a full-on contact there. 3 wide to go, and the McLaren's going to come back on. They're going to go 3 wide again, and they're going to go 4 wide into Murray's corner. No, because there isn't room for that, but they're going to go 2 by 2. No, they're not. They're going to go single file. There's a bit of concertina. The Porsche makes contact with the back Ascend's car. Coughlin getting himself fully involved in the McLaren driver. Behind them, that is Mass, I believe, sends it up the inside. No, it is Coughlin going past Reed. So Coughlin going full send and making it stick on Reed. Georgiev looking to capitalise on that as well, and so too is Jonas Rydell in 17th position. Oh, he's pulled over to the middle of the track there to go defensive, and I tell you, this is going to open the door for Sunday. And the Porsche has lost the back end. He's managed to gather up, he's going to lose so much momentum. He's surely going to lose a position as they get into the cutting. No, he's not out, he's not able to capitalise. Finds himself right on the outside, has to dab on the brakes that little bit harder as the two ahead go side by side. They're thinking about it behind as well. Riedel, Alex Mas is right on the back of this battle. He is another one that's perfectly positioned, and the Silva Souza is going to find his position under threat. He was looking for a double overtake. He now could be facing a double overtake with Mas and Mackenberg keeping it very close there indeed. Let's see where a man is now coming down the hill. He is leading the way down the hill. Oh, and he's gone a bit wide, and the BMW absolutely sends up the inside. Gautier need no second invitation there. He wants to be the lead BMW and didn't quite make it stick, but with Forrest Elbow, full commitment. Certainly made contact with his opponent and the wall at the same time, so really squeezed his way through. Didn't quite get the overtake the stick. Mas and the Silva swapping positions as well. I did say the Silva Souza could find himself under pressure, and Mas... Oh no, sorry, Mackenberg, he's got the acceleration. Sorry, I'm looking at this the wrong way around. It's Mas defending from the Silva Souza. It was Mackenberg that was closing up, but certainly that is... Alex Mas, still behind Rydell, but still battling away with De Silva Souza. I'm trying to keep up with everything that's going on here. Ribeiro, no one's keeping up with him either. 5.8 seconds on lap 11 he is. Steinbrenner in second, got a 4-second gap back to Grotta, who's got a 3-second gap back to Tipak. There is no gap once again between the BMWs as they come in to Quarry Bend. He's got that outside line, does Gontier. Can he make it stick this time? He's shown absolutely no fear, and he's got his nose in front of the way into the cutting, and it's going to put a man under serious pressure. Oh, and the McLaren's lost it. He's managed to gather it up though. It's slowed down a few cars. Nope, we've got a spinner. Coughlin, De Souza all getting caught up there. The McLaren it was that went sideways. I think Boris is going to get caught up in that as well. It is an absolute car pack. Another Audi makes its way through. Coughlin managed to roll again. Hackle got caught up in that from the back of the field. Fleischner just making his way through. Dufek coming up the hill now. He's taking his pit stop, and he's taking a pit stop, and he's going to catch up to the back of the field. So quite a few drivers getting caught up there. Georgiev now in 17th. Boris did sneak his way through past the... thankfully not everyone got caught up in that, but it really is shaking up the order. Schalk then up to 18th position. Georgiev in 17th place with Mies now up in 16th position. De Souza Silva's still got himself in 15th with Jonas Rydell got 14th place ahead of the slidey McLaren of Sen. He lost the car, managed to gather it back up. Unfortunately, the cars behind couldn't find that grip. Let's see what's going on with the man and Gontier. It's still absolute elbows out racing between these two. It is Gontier that is in the lead for the moment. 11th place he's got himself, but he's also got himself an absolute hanger-on. A man is in that slipstream and will be there for the foreseeable future, based on judging by the pace of the two drivers. Oh, he's thinking about it. Is he going to go for the big old cutback? No, not quite got the momentum for it. So yes, a man, his fastest lap, wow, 204.1, Gontier on a 203.7. Well, the slipstream will definitely help him though. Although, yeah, Gontier is starting to pull away ever so slightly. Ooh, and that's a touch of the wall, and that is going to separate them. Optral just having a yellow flag moment. Not sure what's going on there. Boucher just touches the wall as well. A man that has just clipped the wall on the way into the S's, so the driver's really determined to lose these wing mirrors. A bit of mid-race weight reduction, can't help the cars, won't help the cars, got myself completely head over heels there. Weight loss, that'll make the car lighter and a bit quicker, is where I was going with that one. Lap 13, Ribeiro, he's got himself, now this 7-second gap he's got it up to. He has no traffic either side of him. It's been a phenomenal start. He took the fastest lap in the qualifying competition to enter the event, took pole position in the race quali, and yeah, is now absolutely firing off into the distance. Full tyre management. You would think now, stretch out this first stint for as long as possible. He's got 34 minutes to go to the halfway. Mark Steinbrenner is the driver in second, and is certainly no slouch. Oh no, sorry, that was not the fastest lap. Let me have a look and see. Where has a man gone? Oh, a man is back ahead of Gontier. So there has been another overtake there. Sorry, a man's fastest lap is 2:04.1. Yeah, Gontier 2:03.7. So yeah, 4 tenths between their fastest laps. So I was looking at the columns the wrong way around. There we go. Yeah, Ribeiro at the minute, his fastest 2:01.8, so he has dipped into the 2-minute point ones. The consistency is just absolutely frightening. His average lap is 6 tenths quicker than Ribeiro and 8 tenths quicker than Grotta at the minute, which is quite remarkable. And yeah, 8.5 seconds he's now got the gap up to. And another lap in the books for Ribeiro. Absolutely motoring up at the front. Roland Sen, his tyres are going to be absolutely feeling the pressure, or are they going to be feeling the pressure as much as our man is once again into the chase chicane? No love lost between these two so far. The BMWs having their own little interclass race, BM versus BM. Our man positions the car perfectly there. Rydell does well as also to hold off Roland Sen this time around, but again, Sen's tyres, they're going to be suffering after the sideways motion we saw up through the cutting. Bit of a lock-up on at least 2 of them. So we'll see some blistering, you would think. Okay, predicted about 45 laps left. So plenty of time for the drivers to battle out, and a man in Gontier is still pretty inseparable. Riddell is starting to close back up as well, and Sen, despite the tyre degradation, is certainly not getting left behind either. And again into Quarry Bend, he's going for it up the inside, bit of a door bang on the way through, but it is the KFC machine that delivers once again, and up into the cutting. Oh no, a man's got it. And Gontier goes right round the outside and manages to hold on to it. Will he keep it up through the hill? He does indeed. So these two trade positions once again. While it brings Riddell and Sen ever closer. Still no one getting. Oh, we've got a yellow flag in sector 3. Oh, De Leon. Oh, so it's such a good, a decent race so far. Straight back to the pits. That must have been a big crash. Let me see. No, yeah, strange. No incident. He didn't touch the wall. Literally looks like Ribeiro is 100 kilos less than anyone else. It is. Indeed. Up to P16, we keep winning, it says Fresh Cut Flowers. Yes, it was quite a pile-up as well, so I'm trying to keep up with the chat as well. Hopefully everyone is enjoying the racing action. It's LFM's inaugural RaceRoom event. Of course, get onto the LFM website. You can get signed up for Season 18's RaceRoom events. They are very varied indeed. Did De Leon crash? Well, this is the thing. I'm looking at the incident tracker. Oh, now there we go. It's just popped up. Was in a collision. I think he might have got. Oh no, around about the same time there was a Coughlin went off track. Ah, that did involve a few drivers. And yeah, De Leon, he had, looks like he's had some kind of incident. Sen and De Silva. De Silva De Souza. Oh wow, he's dropping right down. Yeah, so it's now Sen looking to hunt down the battling BMWs, where we see... Oh, now, sorry, that's what's happened there, right there. My apologies, Jonas. Yeah, he's got himself between the BMWs, so a man is now 13th, Rudel in 12th. He's got the Audi between himself. He's got his Audi between a man and Gontier, sorry. So Gontier making a good breakaway over a man. Let's see if Rudel can close that gap, or in fact if a man can use a slipstream along the Conrod straight. Ribeiro now 10 seconds ahead. Oh, Sparks absolutely flying off the BMW. I wouldn't have expected it to have enough wing to do that. There we go, nice camera angle into the chicane. BMW does get close on brakes, but not quite close enough, and the Audi just disappears off. So yep, you would think this is going the way of Riddell at the moment. Gontier will need to do a fair bit of running. We've got Freider Brown in 10th place. He's made up a couple of positions so far, and in fact, yeah, so there is a consistency rate, 99.71% for Ribeiro. It's not too bad. And yeah, we can see there, in fact, we'll leave that on. We'll get a good look and see just how many positions have chopped and changed hands. Oh, Meist and Georgiev. Oh, that's a full-on battle there. It's all the Audis getting involved. I'll tell you, that's Boris Schalt that's just on the back of this as well. So he's got a great view of this going into the cutting. He might not agree, but certainly from our perspective, it's not too bad. Gratuitous Ferrari cockpit time. Out of the cutting we go. Schalt 19th place, so he's made up positions. He qualified for the start of the race higher than he qualified for the event. Oh, through McPhillips, that is a good run. The two cars ahead, getting themselves a bit close, and Schalke is going to have a very, very, very good run at both of them when they get onto the Conrod straight. Of course, although he's just at the concertina a bit close ahead, so you have to back out of it. Can he get close here? Of course he is going to be outgunned in a straight line by the two Audis. Yeah, when you can see there, it's one thing to have a good run at them, but that's comparatively speaking, when you're in the Ferrari, those things just absolutely pulling away from him, no problem at all. It's Boucher, no, he's not quite close enough, and in fact, Shark is going to be under pressure from Gontier. Oh, D Gontier, sorry, there's two Gontiers in the race. I wonder if they're related. This is David that we're on board with in the Audi. He's looking to get back up the positions that he has lost. Oh, and it looks like he's just lost the position at Mackenberg. Mackenberg looking to recover, of course. He got caught up in the parking lot up through the cutting. So he is quickly making his way back through the field. Casper Meis, another driver, he's had a very, very good start indeed. Gone to your family? Yeah, I would think so, eh? No tyre change, I guess. He will only refuel. Wow. So Meets over the hill, sorry, I was just having a look to see if I could actually see the tyre wear there, but we'll see. Yeah, if he does 2 hours around Bathurst on one set of tyres, that will be impressive. That would be more than impressive, it's safe to say, and he's catching up to the Lamborghini of Optral. Yeah, the Lambo's still decent in a straight line, that is for sure. But yeah, does let the car through, so he is catching up and overtaking the rest of the field now while leaving the rest of the podium firmly behind. Tipak still in 4th, mate Mikiewicz got his Lambo. He's down 2, well, the Lambo is running pretty consistently at the moment. So the drivers all settling in now for the run to their pit stops. We'll see who does what. There is Braun, but it's in fact Thomas gone to you that I was looking for. Still got Riddell a couple of seconds down, so Riddell has got past the man, but not quite gapping the way that Gontier did, and Georgiev and Miss. These two still pretty close, and of course Boris Shark there. Tucked right in the middle of a 4-way battle. He's got Boucher ahead of him. Oh, Gontier comes into the pits. So that is David Gontier in the Audi coming in for his first pit stop. And Dufek making his way past. Oh, and that's a bit wide there potentially. Couldn't quite get the car stopped and rotated as much as he would have liked. And he's just about lost that position at Mackenberg here. But we know that Mackenberg's quick. Qualified well inside the top 15, and of course just wrong place, wrong time, and ended up down the field. Mass as well. Says he's up 6, but I'm sure Mass is a bit higher at one point. Obertal going past Gontier as well. So those two definitely still in the hunt long term. Of course, it looks like they're going to have an extra pit stop over the rest of the field. We're pitting early, but they're definitely keeping their hand in, that's for sure. 28 drivers left. One has disconnected, and De Leon has ended up back in the pits, hasn't come back out again. The race leader still stretching that gap. I'm sure I did at one point foolishly say something about him trying to tyre save at this point. Yeah, if he is, that's even more frightening. 12 seconds will be the gap very, very, very soon. Sen and De Silva Souza, as we can see, they are still pretty close. And of course, a man still trying to keep up with Riddell, who's doing a better job of breaking away. And in fact, he is now closing in on Gontier in the BMW. Thomas Gontier. Just realised that there's 2 of them. 25 more to get lapped, indeed. Yeah, the Audi is an absolute monster. Although we've got an Audi leading the way at the hands of Ribeiro, and then the next one is 6th place. Oh, Shark and Boucher, have they just swapped positions? Oh yeah, Shark is entrenched in a battle here. Then Mackenberg and Max still trying to find their way past. Oh, Mass goes for up the inside of the cutting. That's a brave position to try the manoeuvre, but he's gone for it, and I think he's about to make it stick. Is he? Yes, he is. So I was talking about Mackenberg making his way back through the field, and it is in fact Mass who gets that overtake done first. Gets himself up to 20th position. Yeah, good brave overtake there, and I tell you, I think Coughlin's actually got really close. Yes, he has, the post driver. has brought himself right back into this little battle as well, so this is going to be a fun one. The Ferrari is going to be the car that gets outgunned on the straight. We'll see what it can do, and in fact we'll see from the rear wing what happens. Yeah, see, the Porsche is always going to get beat in a straight line from pretty much any of these cars in this generation. It's just one of its downfalls. But the Ferrari, Schalke getting a very, very, very good exit out of Forest Elbow. It's exactly what he needed. He's going to keep Massive more than arm's length as he comes into the chase chicane. The Porsche doing well to hang with the Audi, to be fair. Down into Murray's corner, another couple of good corners by Schalke. He should still be ahead of these three when he heads back up the hill. With Ribeiro now 13 seconds ahead. His best lap at 201.6, so he is just going faster and faster. His previous lap there at 201.9. Not once when we've looked at this. Oh, what's going on there? It's all changed there. Boucher, Coughlin. Oh, no. Looks like he disappeared on the road there for a second. Fleissner and Boucher swapping positions. No, there's... Oh, Boucher stationary in the Audi. Oh, no. That's out of Hell's Corner. Oh, so Boucher having an incident out of turn number 1 and finding himself stationary. He's been overtaken by Dufek, who is taking a pit stop, one of the first pit stops, in fact the first pit stop that we saw in the race. He's back up to 25th position. I did say in the chat at the start, this is the mountain that bites back, and it is certainly biting hard for quite a few of the drivers this evening. They're finding out the hard way that extra push for pace comes at a price, and that can be a costly one indeed. A man was battling away to get into the top 10. Now looks like he's going to be fending off Sen for 13th position. We're 42 minutes in, so still a bit of time before the drivers need to think about a pit stop for fuel, certainly. Yeah, still some good discussions going on about the different bot for the cars. Definitely a lot of it does come to the driver, but the bot can certainly help. Sen closing in at Quarry Bend, but not quite close enough, so he's going to be following over the mountain once again. Ribeiro has had hardly any camera time at all. Been absolutely flying over the front. The consistency, the pace, everything. Absolutely spot on. Which is what's given him a 13.5 second gap over Steinbrenner. Again, Steinbrenner and Grotta, it's not like they've particularly had bad races. They've been absolutely on point. Their own strategy, their own consistency has been very, very, very high indeed, but Ribeiro is just a different league. To pack in 4th place is made up 2, as we can see, at Mikowitz in 5th and Gerhardt in 6th, both dropping positions. From starting off in the top 5. Gerhardt, oh there we go, sorry jumping about a little bit. Gerhardt, Rock, Pasemko, Areco and Braun all still in the top 10. In fact, Braun more than matching Areco for lap at the minute, so we'll see if that Audi can close in on the Porsche. Then it is Thomas Gontier back out of... sorry, it was the other Gontier that was in the pits. Thomas Gontier almost got caught up in that incident. Finds himself 11th place, up 5 at Sen with Riddell in 12th. A man holding on to 13th with Sen down to 14th, and De Silva Souza down positions as well. Currently in 15th position. We're still watching the battle that's going on here. Schalke, Mackenberg and Coughlin all dueling away. It's Coughlin that's at the back of this pack. All these drivers, apart from Schalke, caught up in the incidents that we saw heading up into the cutting, so they're trying to make their way back through the field, and certainly the Porsche of Coghlan, absolutely love the sound of that engine. Yeah, Coghlan doing pretty impressive things, it has to be said. Managing to keep up. More than keep up with the Audi. Shark defending them both off, as well as Mass that is just ahead, but certainly Coghlan looking the quicker out of all of them at the minute, that is for absolutely sure. More tyre smoke coming up. The driver's really leading on the rubber for this race, that's for sure. In fact, you can see, let's get a quick look at tyre selection. They'll all be on the same. Yep, all on the hard tyres, so they'll get definitely get quite a few laps out of these. Yeah, they'll definitely get quite a few laps. Let's see how long they'll last for. Let's do that. There we go. So yeah, it's just going to be exactly the same again. Coghlan potentially, well, you would say that one of the strategies he's going to be thinking about at the minute is going for the undercut, and in fact just ahead of him. It does look like we've got some action going on, yeah we do. Mies and Mass are going cat and mouse at the minute. They're absolutely wheel to wheel, side by side, into the chase chicane. The Audi just a bit much interaction with that left hand curve. And it is Mass ending the McLaren that finally takes that position from Gasper Mies. Schalk watching it all from 19th place. Mackenberg still defending from Coghlan. Dufek did take a pit stop, as we saw, very early, so likely to come back in, but has got himself back up to 25th position ahead of Boucher. The Audi we saw very stationary not too long ago. David Gontier, the rear driver at the minute, has been into the pits twice, falling over himself there, and has been lapped as well. So saying 2 laps down, you would think you'll get one of them back potentially when the rest of the field come into the pits. Let's see what the Silva Souza is doing. Mies and Mass. Oh no, Mies is back ahead. They've swapped positions once again, so the McLaren is back behind. Oh no, sorry, yeah, the Audi was ahead of the McLaren. My apologies. Boris Schalk still closing in, and speaking of closing in, Mackenberg is doing a good job of closing up to Schalk while fending off Coghlan. Coghlan now further behind through the parts that we've seen. Although I'm saying that, the Porsche is the much more nimble through the twisty stuff. By the time we get to the bottom of the S's, he's going to be right in the boot of that car. Indeed he is. Schalk getting very close to the wall as well. Full commitment required to hold on to these positions, and in fact out of Forest Elbow. Schalk has got himself nice and close to that McLaren of Mass. Yes, so Mass now leading this little train. Mies has got himself a 1.3 second gap already. So yeah, a well-earned overtake and a good little gap closing into the braking zone for the chase chicane. Look how close the Ferrari manages to get. You can see the flames firing out the back of the McLaren as he jams on the brakes and gears down into Murray's corner. Let's see who's going to get the overtake done here. Do we think? It's going to be Sharp on Mass, or is it going to be Mackenberg, or is it going to be Coghlan? And I tell you, it's not going to be Sharp getting the overtake if he puts the wheels on the gravel like that too often. That's certainly going to bring the Audi into play, that is for sure. Let's just enjoy some more engine sounds on that. We can see Coghlan in the side mirrors. Again, he's not too far back. So it is just a game of cat and mouse between these four at the minute. We've got Sen, De Silva Souza and Georgiev up the road, but they've got a bit of a gap there. In fact, the man and Sen are very close. Rydell and Gonti have got very close as well. Superb. So Sen hunting down a man at the minute. And Gontier. Oh, yep. We've seen him going forward. We've seen his offense. Let's see what his defense is like now that Jonas Rydell is closing up. And as we've seen, the Audi in a straight line is not too shabby against the rest of these cars. I'm dying. I need a discount for the premium pack. Get into the RaceRoom Discord. Make sure you get in there as well, actually. My apologies. I've mentioned the LFM Discord. More importantly, get into the RaceRoom Discord as well. Season 18 full integration for RaceRoom into LFM. So make sure you get signed up. I genuinely want to see a lap from Ribeiro just to see how he's so quick and consistent. Let's see if we have cars. We've got some pretty close. Wow, that's a full defensive twist there from the Audi. Making sure he doesn't give off that slipstream, and I tell you, he's absolutely going for it up the inside. It's Mies and Maas going to be changing positions once again. No, they're not, because the Audi later on the brakes gets the car rotated. The McLaren has to slot in behind, trying to find his way then around the outside to have the inside into Murray's corner. And he just might get this here. He has been left more than enough room. It's going to be a dive bomb if he can make it stick. He sends up the inside. He's on the curb, can't quite get the traction from the brakes to slow it down, and that is bringing Schalke and the gang back in. Schalke still fending off Mackenberg and Coughlin, and Maas, he's all over the back. Oh, there's been a little bit of contact there between the two of them, and that has really thrown Mies under the bus. Then Maas moves over to shake off the slipstream after what was certainly a bold move. And Mies, give us the rear wing please, thank you. There's what's happened there. And Schalke is absolutely boxed in. He's going to need to hold that outside line, and he does it very well indeed. He uses that curve superbly on that exit to hold on to the position. So Maas and Mies going side by side, losing that momentum, bringing the three cars behind very much into play. And it was almost Mackenberg that finally got that overtake on Schalke. Couldn't quite get it done this time around. Maas is only half a second up the road. Oh, that's not the best. Audio in this game is absolutely incredible. Please show Nicholas Areco. He's our team driver by IY Racing by BRC Esports. We can absolutely do that, especially because you put a please in there. But here is, there's a big old battle going on. I'll tell you what, we'll get, no, there is Areco. We will get a couple more shots of Areco in a moment. Let me just see how this one is playing out. Because it is Schalke. He is now closing in very quickly indeed on the Audi ahead. Can he get it done on the brakes? The Ferrari definitely better on the brakes. He's sandwiched by the two Audis, and I tell you, that Porsche Coughlin is closing in indeed. Audi's on a bit wide there. You think that? I'm thinking that's maybe a bit too much curve. The Porsche, can he stick it around the outside of Murray's corner, or even pull a cutback on the way out? Answer to both of those, absolutely no. I said that before. The audio. Oh yeah, it's absolutely incredible. Completely agree. The F4s. Have we talked about the F4s? They are the pinnacle of racing. Let's see. Let's get back into the live action. Yes, we need to watch a bit of Nicholas Areco. Again, we'll jump back and forward because there's still a pretty decent battle going on here. Maas has separated himself a bit. Mies has now done with defending, and it's back to on board with Coughlin, I think. Done, Porsche. Absolutely agree. Very, very, very good looking car. Oh, our man Sen and the Silva Souza are having themselves a little bit of a scrap as well. We will get to Areco before the end of the race. The rest of the drivers entrenched in 3- and 4-way battles, looking to hog as much camera time as they can, and they really are looking to leave as much paint on as many walls as they can as well. So close to get down these hills. And he needs a good exit, but again, Audi just absolutely squirting away. RaceRoom is the best, it absolutely is. Also, we'd like to say I appreciate you all hosting this event. Always hyped to get awesome live commentary. Absolutely. As soon as it was even mentioned, oh, never mind, because there's going to be an overtake here. He's going for up the inside on the way into the chase chicane. Makes it look very easy there. Shark knew he was absolutely banned to rights for pace there. No point in putting up too much of a battle. I'm not sure how Coughlin ended up so far behind, but he did. And that has given Mackenberg the move that he's been looking for quite a few laps now. What a battle this is. Boris is going to be absolutely loving this. The inaugural racing event, he qualifies in the top 30 and he has been involved in some great racing. Chris and I were both saying from the German channel, oh, we'll need to give Boris plenty of camera time. It's well deserved. It is well deserved. He has been absolutely in the thick of things, and it looks like that is going to continue for the future, for the foreseeable future, as Coughlin, who we've seen very, very, very quick in that Porsche, is looking to take Shark's 20th position. Ree and Fleischner swapping spots. Ree, another driver that got caught up in the parking lot. Down the order, he is after that. It just sounds so throaty and wonderful, that Ferrari. I know a lot of my friends disagree, but they've got absolutely no idea what they're talking about, so it's fine. Shark down the hill. Like, oh, I was just about to say again, the nimble Porsche catches up down the hill, but no, he decided to have a bit of an interaction with, oh wow. Even with that extra tap into the curves and unsettling of the car, he's still absolutely under the rear spoiler of the car ahead on the way out of Forest Elbow. It is incredible. And here we come again. Wow, that is a Forest Elbow exit. Look at what he's done in that Porsche. Managed to close up so much. Can't he get it done in the brakes? Just how nimble is the Porsche? No, he backs out of it. He knows if he can get close up there, he'll maybe get close on the out of turn number 1. The AI can be a bit on the passive end, but it's heaps beyond other sims, indeed. Yeah, has to be said, yeah, I do like some of the racing against the AI is definitely a lot cleaner than you get on some games, that's for sure. I don't understand how this game doesn't get more traction. I play it daily with my son. TTL. It has been an absolute mystery to me for years. Again, when they even mentioned this event, I jumped onto the broadcast because I absolutely love RaceRoom. I still maintain it's got some of the best, if not the best. Force feedback as Boris Shark almost gets himself a Porsche in the rear spoiler there. Coughlin definitely looking the quicker of the two, but it's some beautiful positioning by the Ferrari, and at the moment it is. That position is being determined by the two cars ahead because Mies and Mackenberg are still just ahead as well. So this is effectively still a four-way battle. Has to be said, Alex Mies couldn't be doing much more at the moment. Completely extricated himself from the battle ahead, and he has left Mies to deal with the consequences. That's the more gratuitous rear spoiler cam. George Ortner, hope you all enjoy the race. Smash the and yes indeed. My apologies, I'm far too focused on the racing, but yeah, please do hit the thumbs up. Let's give RaceRoom the support it deserves. Need a bit more honey in the tea, it would appear. But yeah, do hit that thumbs up. Make sure you get on to the RaceRoom Discord. The game itself is free. There's so much you can play for free, and if you are going to buy it, make sure you go to the Virtual Racing Points website. As the Porsche goes up the inside, Coughlin makes it stick. He's threatened that for the past couple of laps here, and Coughlin does make that stick. The Porsche absolutely outguns the Ferrari in a straight line, and that is not a sentence you can say too often in GT3 racing. But Coughlin biding his time, fair play to him. He's down the order, he's lost position through no fault of his own, and he has had an absolute gentleman's race as Georgiev comes into the pits. So we've got another driver coming in. What is that, just onto the hour mark? Somewhere up at the front is Thomas Ribeiro. Remember him? Yep, he's the guy that is the fastest out on track. He took pole position by about 0.3 of a second. He's coming in the pits. He is coming into the pits. 29 laps deep, 30 laps deep. Wow. You've got to absolutely love the thought process behind this racetrack. Let's make a racetrack up and over a mountain on public roads with walls everywhere, and then put a double chicane in the pit entry. Why on earth not? Seems like a good idea to me. Steinbrenner thinks a good idea is to stay out, so he is going to get at least a lap or two in the lead. Let's see, Grotta stays out as well. Tippach coming towards Murray's Corner, he's going to stay out too. Mikowitz, oh wow. Gerhardt getting all kinds of messy through the chase chicane there, and aborts the pit entry. That's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out for them. Roche in 7th place, Pasemko in 8th does come in, and Nicholas Areco, please stay out. There we go. Finally, we've got Roche coming in the pits as we saw. There is Areco on the... Is LFM now active on RaceRoom? Yes, yes, yes it is. Indeed it is. I will get myself hung, drawn and quartered for this, but mid-race... there is the calendar, weeks and weeks and weeks of racing on LFM's website, on RaceRoom. Let's go. They've got the FR3s instead of the F4s, so obviously a slight clerical error. We'll have to speak to Uncle Boris about that one. I'd imagine he'll be smiling ear to ear after the race. He's been involved in some absolutely incredible battles so far. He's another one that's staying out. We have Mas going up to 12 because Roche has been joined in the pit by Pasemko, Riddell, Aman. Mies in the pits. Coughlin's come in as well. The pit window well and truly open as cars change all over the place. Ribeiro has come back out in 6th position. That's incredible. Given how close the field is, to come back out in 6th, that's not bad. And the driver behind him, it's Nicholas Areco. Let's get some more camera time for Nicholas. Anyone else got any drivers that they're following? Give us a shout up. We're more than happy to put them up on camera. Australian built this track to run away from the giant spiders. It's very much. It's one of the. I saw a meme once that was a Star Wars thing. Yeah, Obi-Wan Kenobi fighting off this giant creature. What everyone thinks when they think of Australia. Steinbrenner, he's done with the lead laps. He's stationary in the pit box. It's going to be Christian Grott who finds himself in the lead of the race. And we've got a McLaren top 3 at the moment. Oh, Tippach. It's come into the pits as well. It's busy, busy, busy in there. Definitely wider than the pit lane I was watching yesterday. Can't remember. British track, where they do the Festival of Speed. Areco brings the beautiful Porsche in. Pasemko out in 13th position. So he's second out of the drivers that have pitted. We've got Thomas Jontia, Gerhardt, Mikowitz, Braun, Tippach all into the pits. David Gontier has retired from the race, so has De Leon. So we've lost 3 drivers since the start. 20 minutes later, watch him be 3 seconds ahead of P2 or something. Oh yes. Jonas, what was he doing in real life? That would be a pit. Yeah, exiting the pit like that. I think that would be a penalty. I'm going to be honest. I think it would, yes. You could well be absolutely spot on. We'll have a quick read of the chat as well. Love the competitiveness of the battles for the field. Then there's just Ribeiro miles ahead chilling. Yeah, he's already started the next race. He's already started the next race. Just then I don't see any servers active yet. If you go on to it, make sure you've got the correct buttons ticked. The little tick boxes at the top, you'll have to tick private and then just type in the word low, L-O-W, and you should see some servers up. There might not be a lot of racing live at the moment because this event's on, but unless I am mistaken, I did see a big list of them when I first came in. I did see a couple of the big wigs from Here we have George Ortner's in the chat actually. George might know. Yeah, I should probably know that one as well. But I thought they were live just... I did, like I say, I did see a lot of servers listed when I came to log in to do the broadcast. So hopefully they are up and running. Grotta has managed to stay out. He's gone well past the hour mark. So too has Sen. So it looks like the McLarens, although as I say that, Sen does come into the pits. But yeah, the McLaren seem to be a bit better on their tyres and fuel. Or is it tyres or fuel actually? Oh, Sen! Oh, that's a mistake. He's missed his pit box by an absolute country mile there. And that is going to see him surely lose a couple of positions. Oh, he's come out of the pits very close indeed. I don't know why that suddenly jumped over. De Silva Souza stationary. Pasemko. Oh, Sen is now moving. That is a terrible pit stop for Sen. He is going to lose quite a few positions. Man, that was a bit quick. Yeah, I think it was 853 drivers, I believe, that set qualifying times for this. Fresh cut flowers, we will hopefully reserve the overtaking action until you get back, but the drivers, Gerhardt and Maas, might have something to say about that. Gerhardt only just squirreling out with the pits ahead of Maas, who's still got to take his pit stop, so certainly Maas would have liked to have stayed out in front. We'll see how much longer the McLaren driver can stay out for. He is the longest, got the longest first stint out of anyone. That's gone past the hour and 5 minute mark. I see them now, mate, thanks. Perfect, Stirlo, excellent. Good stuff. Yeah, best of luck with all your racing endeavours. Again, John Stirlo and a couple of 100,000 drivers. They can't be wrong. Low Fuel Motorsports, full race room calendar, full integration with race room. There's AC and ACC and other things as well, but race room's there now, so you don't need them. And again, quick reminder, make sure you get onto the Virtual Racing Points website. You get a discount when you buy the points, and you get a discount for using points at the in-game store. You're absolutely welcome. Love seeing Race Room, says Froster. Yep, I think I've mentioned it a couple of times. I love how the trackside cam tracks cars like a human. Yes, oh yeah, some of the camera, the new cockpit cam they've put in. It does seem to be slightly differently mounted, and I absolutely love it as a broadcaster. I do think we could do with the front right wheel. That's always a good time. Now, someone did say, can we get talking about doing a lap on board with Ribeiro? I think we've spent enough time watching the battles and not watching the show that Tomaz is putting on up at the front. So let's jump on board and watch them complete a full lap. So we'll watch this, and you can see the elevation here as well. Straight is not very straight. Certainly as far as elevation goes. Little trickle off the curb there into the chase chicane, so close to the right hand side. I mean, he's got those wheels right on. We definitely need race room developers, if we can get a front right wheel cam, that would be great. Thank you very much. So close to the grass every single time. I mean, it's just absolute precision personified, even with the pit stop. 76.5% consistency. Obviously that drops massively when you have to come into the pits, but his lap times have been absolutely incredible. Does seem to be a fitting team name as well. Actually, yes, Ribeiro streaming. Let's get that shared with you. I bet he's sitting there one-handed, casually drinking a milkshake. He's now 18 seconds ahead of Grot. Steinbrenner has lost positions out of the pits. My apologies. Wow, I'm having an off day here, it would appear. Ribeiro, yeah, Steinbrenner. Steinbrenner is down to 4th. He is behind Mikowitz and Grott. And considerably as well. Yeah, no, just having a look through. I can't. Oh no, don't do that. Okay, so I'm just having a look to see. Yeah, just having a look to see if I can see any type of incident for him, but there's nothing, nothing on the tracker. Decent lap as well, yeah. So Mikowitz is back up in the 3rd place, back here where he started. Big news though, Christian Grott finds himself up in the 2nd place. So it's all changed there. Gerhardt's on a phenomenal race as well. Been in the pits twice. He is still running in 5th position. So he has done really well there. Absolutely, yeah, what a turnaround that is. I did promise an on-board lap with Ribeiro. Let's go back to that. Squirrel. Also, I'm curious to know if there was a chance to help out with the live commentary. I mean, you can certainly speak to LFM. Jump into Discord and give Chris B a shout. I did see someone thanking LFM as well, I think. Missed that, there we go. I'm thinking of going to Scotland. Any suggestion places? I mean, the big ones obviously. You've got your Glasgow, your Edinburgh, your Aberdeen, Dundee, where I am. You can Stirling. Plenty of good battle sites. It depends what type of holiday you're looking for. I mean, the Cairngorm Mountains are very nice indeed. Very nice. Get plenty of walking. The beach is maybe not quite as warm as you would be used to in other countries, but certainly beautiful. West Highlands, Glencoe. Ah, Chris Williams, there we go. Now that is a man that would know. Good evening, Jigsaw. Yeah, he knows all the most scenic spots. Glencoe, yeah, Glencoe is nice. That is nice, not too far from me either. Well, we're an hour and 13 minutes into this one. Ribeiro is 36 laps deep in a 21-second gap over Grott. We didn't quite get the full lap done with him. Isla's got 2 gear Griffiths. I mean, moving swiftly on. Mikowitz still holding on to a podium position for the moment. We've got our man involved in more battles, it would seem, with Gerhard Tupak, Braun, Pasemko, Gontier and De Silva Souza now rounding out the top 10. A man and Roche, it looks like they've just swapped positions then for Roche to get himself back up to 11th. He's still down a few spots, but certainly making moves. We've got a yellow flag in sector 3. Oh, it's Boris. Oh, he's sort of touching the wall, heading down the hill, back down to where he started in 24th. not far behind Fleischner. We'll see if he can catch up. Fleischner are in exactly the same livery as well. Where were we looking? There is Thomas Gontier, in fact. He is looking to close up on Pasemko, and he's got a good gap over De Silva Souza for the moment. We'll see what happens when the tyres start going off. It certainly looks like he's got a lot less wear on the tyres, or going to have a lot less wear on the tyres in this stint than he did in the first one, given how much he was actually involved in. Boucher Coughlin's ended up down the order as well, in fact. So yeah, after all that good work from Coughlin, he's back down in 22nd position, so the pit stop was a harsh one. Let's get some engine sounds there, so close to the back of Boucher there. Yeah, Fresh Cut Flowers, absolutely spot on. It is free to try RaceRoom, and again, I've mentioned this a couple of times, Virtual Racing Points, the website. Buy the points there for a discount, depending on, or you get bonus points depending on how many you buy, and they give you a discount in the in-game store for using those points. And if you buy the starter pack and then go to buy the premium pack, you will be discounted what you've already bought. So again, you can try the starter pack, and then you realise how amazing it is and you want to buy the premium pack. They will discount what you already own from the premium pack, so you're not having to pay for potentially the same content twice. It is the most phenomenal game for physics and for the way they do their DLC as well. You can even, when a new generation of car comes out, you only need to buy one livery for a new car. So for the GT3 DTM 2024s that we're on board with, as we're going to see along the corner straight, the Porsche once again absolutely outgunning everything that comes close to it, and he's going to go past the Audi in a straight line. Coughlin, 2 wheels right up on the grass, and he's going to make it stick as he is. The Audi reciprocates and mounts the curb on the other side, but the Audi's got the run into Murray's corner. Coughlin in that Porsche. I'll tell you what, if he was in an Audi right now, this would be a different race entirely for Ribeiro up at the front. And it's a bold statement, I know. But given what the things that he has done in that Porsche so far, absolute credit where credit's due. And he's almost popped his nose up the inside the turn number 1 as well. He is having himself some fun in that Porsche at the minute. Not quite getting the positions that he maybe deserves, but he's guaranteed he's enjoying it. That's what it's all about. Just having a look down the field. They are all settling into their rhythm now after the hectic opening hour. Oh, in fact, no, Massa and Areco. Yeah, there we go. Let's see what Areco can do in the Porsche. Again, if there is any of the cars that you do want to see out on track, give us a shout. Just let us know. Always happy to pop them up on screen. As Areco trying to close in on Mass here on the Conrod Straight. Doesn't manage to encroach on the gap by too much. But it's certainly keeping Mass honest at the minute. We do have 27 drivers left. Ribeiro is left from start to finish. Absolutely flawless performance with Grotten second, Mikowitz in third, and Steinbrenner. Again, if anyone's got any information what happened to Steinbrenner, down in 4th place from second. Absolutely solid opening stint. But he came out the pits in 4th place. Get back on this to myself. This stream's been awesome. Outside the P1 zooming away. Yep, there's always one. You know what I mean? There's always one. That Ribeiro. I should probably just maybe save the replay of this and just watch his laps. Imagine there's a fair bit of time there to be gained. Ooh, Rydell and Mackenberg. Audi v Audi. Let's see how this one plays out. These two have already been close to one another so far in the race, and now in the second stint. They are absolutely at it again. Areco and Mass, if that looks like it's going to change, we'll jump back on board there. Oh no. Nope, there we go. Mackenberg, rear wing, thank you very much. That's a bit temperamental. Oh my goodness me, what? Can't wait for Thomas being old enough for esports. See, this is the question I'm scared to ask. So what is Thomas Ribeiro very young? How old is he? Yeah, quite a few Germans out there. I've almost noticed as well, yeah, very wide European mix. Certainly in the F4s. Did I mention the F4s that are the best thing in sim racing? But yeah, I'm actually scared to ask Ace Pit, but how old is Thomas Ribeiro? I'm about to be very depressed here, I think. We are watching Mackenberg and Rydell, Mass and Reco. In fact, they are right on top of one another, and Reco's got the move done. Reco has got the move done, so another Porsche powering past a car that's supposed to be dominant in a straight line. And Reco with a very good overtake. Apologies that we've missed that one. RaceRoom is such a great game, looks amazing since the back end update. Indeed. 15 years old. Wow. Wow. I'm going to make a bold prediction. He's going to be very quick. That's very, 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 very quick. Oh, Pedro, you're his brother. Wow. Very proud moment, I would say. I mean, he is an absolute demon. Yeah, he's an absolute demon behind the wheel. Absolute demon. I mean, it's one thing being able to do a fast lap. Oh, the car's ahead of him. Oh, and he's getting caught up a bit there as he's lapping the rest of the field. We see Georgiev just facing the wrong way. Yeah, I started sim racing when I was 42. So I'm a little bit behind the curve, it's safe to say. Hence why I hide behind a microphone and judge those that are far more talented than I. It's the way to go. Wow. Tell you what, absolutely incredible. Incredible. Roche and De Silva Souza have swapped positions then. De Silva Souza now finding himself back down to 11th place. Roche and he have changed positions a few times so far, and I think that will be a constant until the end of the race. Reco breaking away from Mass, I'm sure. Rydell and Mackenberg, actually, a bit of separation there between those two as well now. It's safe to say Rydell has, at the moment, got the pace, more pace out of the car than Mackenberg does as he comes around at the last corner, about a second down. So good laps put in there. Georgiev has recovered from that bit of a spin, and Dufek, the first driver to take his pit stop, I think he does have, he's going to have to take one more, but he's up to 20th position, so that's been an absolutely solid comeback drive. Mies as well, quick update on Gasper Mies. 3 trips into the pits for Gasper, now in 25th place, so I think maybe had a bit of a crash. Let's see what Duvek can do on Georgiev. Some people are, yeah, if I could drive as quickly as I could talk, I would be world champion level, I can assure you. Just bought 10k VRP fee. VRP, thank you so much for mentioning that site. You're absolutely welcome. Absolutely welcome. Yeah, that is an absolutely solid setup. Solid setup. He was at alien pace with the pad 2. Incredible. Yeah, some people have just got that absolute natural ability. I was 5 when this game came out. I'm turning 20 this year. Wow. Yeah, suddenly feeling very old. Christian Grot in second place still, Mikowitz in the Lambo. More consistency from these drivers. They are hitting quick and consistent times, just not quite as quick as the driver up at the front. Braun got a good gap over Pasemko, holding on to that top 10 position pretty solidly. Up 3 on where he started. The Audi driver will be very pleased indeed. Got a big gap to Tipak though, but is holding off Pasemko in 8th place, or keeping him at arm's length certainly for the moment. Thomas Gontier, maybe not quite done with the battles as yet, as Roche is occasionally quicker than him. Roche is down on where he started, so definitely has the pace to catch back up. And there in the background is De Silva Souza, up to 11th, ahead still of a man who's managed to maintain the position on Sen for the moment. Reiko has comfortably got past Massa and could be looking for more spots. Another driver down on where he started, but certainly looking to make more up. Okay, so he's on your account. Excellent. Well, yeah, as long as he's out there getting the practice and getting the racing, and he is going to be an absolute force to be reckoned with. Yeah, because he has since his event came into existence, he has been an absolute force to be reckoned with. 2 minute 1.0 in the event qualifying event, and then took pole position by 0.3 of a second, which was pretty impressive stuff, and has absolutely run away with it up at the front. He's now 25 seconds ahead. Oh, another one came up there. Oh, sorry, I've got a car. Yeah, that is a bit temperamental. Optal is still running, so is Hackle as well. He's only been into the pits once. Gerhardt again, he's been in twice, so is Pasemko. Both of them still running in the top 10. So certainly could have been challenging for podium positions at this stage if it wasn't for that extra trip into the pits to Feck. We saw it do again. I do think he's got another stop to make. Braun, I want to check on Braun's position at the minute. Still got Pasemko down behind, and in fact that gap about 3 seconds. Yeah, certainly about 3 to 4 seconds, so this one could get close towards the end. Gontier and Roche are getting close as well, as you can see. Roche is close back up on Gontier. So we're going to see more of Gontier's defensive prowess here, as we've seen plenty of him going forward and making positions. How is he at keeping them against what is theoretically the quicker car in a straight line? Even over the top of the mountain you can see closing through the acceleration zone. Neither of the cars particularly good on the brakes compared to the Porsche or the Ferrari, but oh, the back of the Audi. Quick puff of smoke coming from the rear lock-up there. I suppose as long as not as a front lock. Oh, and again, the back of that thing absolutely trying to step out on Roche. He's held on it once again though, not the Conrad Straight though. It means that Gontier is going to be clear and free of giving up too much slipstream, and any that he does give up is only going to be enough for Roche to get close in the braking zone, which isn't going to be close enough for the overtake. Although, as I say that, the Audi in a straight line, my goodness me. Well, there you go, how to make a fool of a commentator in one straight. That is insane pace from the Audi there. Gontier massively outgunned. It was like he was standing still in a GT4 car. But yeah, that is Roche up to 9th position. Ribeiro, he's got the gap up to 26. Grot still in second, but Mikowitz still in 3rd place. But Steinbrenner has caught back up, looking to get himself back on the podium after spending the first hour of the race in 2nd place. He's now battling to get himself back on to the hallowed steps. And we'll see what he can get done. How is the cockpit car in the McLaren? Not too bad. so strong as the slipstream. Look at the McLaren, it's not even a contest at that point. Absolutely sails past him. I've been a bit too clever too early with the camera, almost. And yeah, sails it round the outside, very nicely done. So that is Steinbrenner back up on to the podium. Mikowicz, of course, started in third place. He's down to fourth. It's Grot that is taking those 2 spots in his McLaren. Gerhardt, the driver, behind Mikowicz. It's a bit. He's got 10 seconds to make up. Yeah, there's Gerhardt back there. Mikowicz still closing, or still hanging on. We'll see how long he can hold on for from on board. In fact, let's go to the dash cam. From on board, the lap, such a difference when that McLaren gets out in front. Smoothly down the gears. Oh, let's see. Areco looks like he's going to get this overtake done on Sen. If he is, it's going to be, yep, absolutely no problem at all. The Porsches are doing just incredible things in that slipstream, and that is Areco back up to 13th position with very handy and easy looking overtake on Sen. Both of them down where they started. Both of them still fully in there though. Porsche engine does sound very good. And yeah, out of Hell's Corner, that is a good breakaway. A very good breakaway. Now let's see if Mikowicz, now speaking of breakaways, Steinbrenner. Oh, he's got a long way to go to catch up to Grot. Now let's see driver info. Did a 203 and then a 202. Right, sorry, so Grot 202.4 is his fastest lap. Steinbrenner's got a 202.1. And Steinbrenner's average lap is 0.6 quicker than Grot. "20 seconds to make up, 0.6 a lap." Yeah, no, that's going to need a lot more laps than is available to him, unfortunately. So he does need Grot to have a slip up if he's going to catch up and improve on his podium position any further. Mikowicz will be slightly conscious of the fact that Gerhardt is behind him. It's 9 seconds now, is that gap, but certainly Tipak looking to close up as well. He's getting a cheeky little bit of slipstream from Obtral down in 27th place. That will certainly be well received. Is then still Frieder Braun up 3 places to 7th. Great race for him. Another one of the Audis doing particularly well. He's 3 seconds ahead of Pasemko at the minute. Roche and Gonti is still in the top 10 with De Silva Souza looking to get himself back in the top 10 while fending off a man. If De Souza Silva does get himself ahead of Gonti, it's going to be Gonti and a man that finish behind one another, and that was an incredible battle we saw from the two of them in the opening stint, so we'll see if that gets reignited. It certainly could happen. Again, just checking. Oh, Coughlin's had a yellow flag. Not sure what's going on there, but Coughlin's had himself a bit of a yellow flag. He has caught up quite nicely to Georgiev, in fact. Let's see if he... Oh, a bit of flashing there. I wonder if there was something between the two of them. Stony Mick. Good evening. Welcome in. Let's see what Coughlin can do here on a straight line. Along the mountain straight we go, and there's a bit of side by side going on behind him. Oh, that's just a blue flag. through the cut and the go, and I tell you what, Coughlin really has got that Porsche absolutely dialed in. It's incredible he's finishing, or running so far down the order at the minute. For me, it's the Ferrari. With this lot, the Ferrari, I do love the Ferraris. On RaceRoom, it's the F4s. I've probably mentioned that once or twice. Coughlin just having another clip of the wall there again. He's going to need to work some of his magic on the Conrod straight once again. By the look of it, he's certainly quick enough. The one that wins, can't argue with that, Volkswagen. Nice. I do love a Golf. And the Sirocco's not a bad car either, to be fair. And here we go again. The pocket rocket Porsche comes rocketing along the Conrod straight. Not close enough this time though. He's going to have to be really late on the brakes if he's going to make it stick here. Gets so close on the exit though, but Georgiev lives to fend him off for another lap. The Merc, none of the race. Oh yeah. I was slightly disappointed to see no Mercs. Let's see if we can see Coughlin get this overtake done. And we can do this. The Audi's run a bit wide through Hell's Corner there. That is going to absolutely cost him a whole lot of pace. And we can see just how much pace that's cost him. He's moved over to the right hand side. The Porsche absolutely closing in. Goes to the outside. The Audi trying to squeeze him as far out there as possible. Is the Porsche nimble enough? Not quite got the room for the cutback. The Audi doing some good defensive work there. Realised he was going to be caught out. Pedro Mahales of DTM Community Cup here. Great streaming, congrats, thank you very much. It has been an absolute pleasure bringing you guys this one. Of course, LFM and RaceRoom. And it's just great to see RaceRoom now integrated with LFM. We'll get another look at the season calendar. Wow, that's a whole lot of sideways through Big Filamy. How is Georgie fending off Coughlin here? Coughlin is absolutely going to have to work for this one. He's no stranger to an overtake so far. Oh, Sen and Mass are very close as well. Into Murray's Corner, the two McLarens go, and it's going to be Sen that holds him off for the moment. Let's see what Coughlin can do this time around. He is a lot closer out of Forest Elbow. He is going to be absolutely in the hunt. Once that slipstream kicks in. Wow. The Audi takes the defensive move to the outside right at the last minute. All the flames firing out the back. Oh, and that's a good run again by the Porsche. He is so quick through that last sector, through those penultimate few corners. Oh, now he's run a bit deep on the exit there. He's gone over and taken the inside line nice and early. He's moved back out to the outside. He's really not up for giving up this position at all. Coughlin really has got his work cut out for him. That should have disappeared by now. There we go. So Coughlin, he's having to work for it. Georgiev is not giving up this one anytime soon. That is for sure. There was another battle I had an eye on. It was Mass and Sen, the two McLaren drivers. Oh, running very quick and very close. That's a whole lot of tyre smoke coming up there from Sen though. Is that going to be enough to give Mass the run he needs out of Forest Elbow? Love enjoying the audio in this game a bit too much. Look how much the slipstream affects these McLarens. He goes round the outside and he absolutely nails this one bang on. The two of them swap positions and I can't quite get the camera. There we go, that we need. My apologies. Use broadcast tool and it's yep, nice overtake there by Mass. Has he given up the chance at a cutback though out of the last corner as he goes to the outside line, does Sen? No, he's too close to the cutback. He's still going to have a good run into turn number one though, as he is definitely not left out for pace and Rydell. in the background there. He's got a good gap back to Mackenberg, so he'll certainly be enjoying watching what's going on in front of him if it gives him a chance to catch up. I have a Shell V-powered Ferrari toys. Nice. What happened to the... Oh, it's standing around the track. Maybe all ducked for cover. Oh, we've got a yellow flag. Oh, Georgiev. Oh, yellow flag for... Oh, and he's absolutely facing the wrong way out of the chase chicane. Letting a couple more cars through. That's Schalk and Fleischner actually that have just gone through. Schalk. Oh no, Schalk being followed by Steinbrenner. So going a lap up, but yeah, that's one of the cars that's coming out. Georgiev coming into the pit, so that is Schalk gone through, Fleischner's gone through, Boucher has gone through, and of course, so has Coughlin. So he's now up to 19th position. Mies and Hacknell both going past Georgiev as he's in the pits. He's going to lose quite a few positions there. Optral might even get it back, and Reed is actually no longer in the server either. Oh wow, that was a whole lot of tyre smoke. Who's ahead? I'm not sure who that was, but that is ahead of the race leader. He's certainly kept it calm while there's been a few incidents going on around him so far. Grot still got a 10-second lead over Steinberger, so the two of them have started lapping at pretty much the same pace. Grot managing that gap. Mikowicz now finds himself 7 seconds down on Steinbrenner, but more importantly for him, still 10 seconds ahead of Gerhardt. He's just making his way through some traffic as well. With Tipak not far behind him in fact. Ooh, now this could be an interesting little battle going into the closing couple of minutes. They've got the Ferrari of Hackle just ahead of him. So he's going to be getting the slipstream, but he's going to want to get past as quickly as possible. Gerhardt as well. You can see on the rear view mirror there. So he's got, not Georgiev, Mies. Oh, he's gone round! Oh, lift off oversteer, he's cracked into the wall, and that is not what he needs. He's managed to right the car round again, but Gerhardt goes round the wrong way. A whole lot of... Wow, that's like a smoke grenade gone off. That's a lot of rear tyres, and that's positions lost, and that is Tipak then. He gets the slingshot from the blue flag Ferrari, but doesn't need it to take the position, as Gerhardt just loses the back of the car, and he's been into the pits twice as well. So yeah, I'm wondering if he did or didn't change tyres. That is indeed an absolute spin there, and Tipak up to 5th position in the closing 20 minutes. Gerhardt can't find anything to come fighting back. We've got Braun who is behind him, and he's about 14 seconds down. Gerhardt's going to need to be careful on those tyres up. Like, yeah, you saw there was a lot of smoke came up. That means there was a lot of rubber rotated on top of the tarmac to generate said smoke. Tim Roche still in 9th. Gontier holding on to 10th with De Silva Souza in 11th place. He's got Nicholas Areco closing in pretty handily. That gap's now down to 3 seconds, and he's 3. Oh, Sen and Mackenberg have just changed positions. Oh no, they've not. Sorry, Sen and Rydell have been swapping positions. My apologies, the wrong Audi. There we go. Rydell is just ahead now, so this is another battle that's just about to take place, and it's all going to take place in front of the race leader once again. Oops. So yeah, carving his way through the traffic while still putting in faster and faster laps, and dealing with the blue flag traffic as well. As smooth as you like. Mass and oh, De Silva Souza with the yellow flag. Oh, he's made a mistake through the cutting. De Silva Souza, and I think Mackenberg's going to get him here as well. Surely Mackenberg's going to get him here. Yes, he is. He's going to go side by side on the exit to the cutting, and before they get to Reed Park, he is going to be in front. And De Silva Souza losing places with only 16 minutes to go. Slightest mistake on the accelerator on the way into the cutting, and that has cut his positions by quite a few. I'm sure Sen envisaged a much more difficult overtake for that one. Yeah, the drivers are certainly pushing it. They're gonna, most of them went to about the hour mark, so they've pretty much split the race 50-50. The McLarens did seem to go a bit longer. Oh, Roche and Pasemko swapping spots. Yeah, Gerhardt in a collision, De Silva, and he was in a collision, so too was Sen. And this is Pasemko, who is now chasing. He's now chasing Roche, so Roche in the closing stages has got that one swapped round as well. The two Audi swapping positions. That was a nice smoke mid-back there. Yeah, the smoke that comes up off the tyres, I've absolutely worked on that, and you can really see when the drivers are just a bit too keen on the anchors. It will leave the tyres rotating with stationary tarmac underneath and smoke billowing into the air, as we've seen several times. I tell you what, Roche has absolutely nailed this overtake on Pasemko and is completely flying. We've got Rydell closing in on Mass. Once again, the Audi and the McLaren. This is going to be a bit of a ding-dong battle towards the end. Mackenberg and De Souza Silva now separated by a second. Defect up to 18th place, despite having 2 pit stops. I wouldn't be surprised to see him back in the pits, or potentially lose a position or 2 with a tyre wear. Given how early the second pit stop was, but certainly no mean feat to get to where you are after 2 stops in this field. Mies with 3 stops down in 23rd. Boris Schalk running in 22nd, so made up 2 places on where he started, which is very good to see. Boucher and Fleissner, I'm just trying to look at these lap times to see who is actually closing in on who, because we've got 13 minutes left and the driver, nope, there we go. The drivers, as I say, really are in the groove, although a couple of them maybe just not got that full concentration head on. A couple of late spins and positions have changed hands. We'll see if any more do. That is Boucher being overtaken by Steinbrenner. We'll be grateful again of the slipstream. Has closed the gap on Grot by 2 seconds. He's got the gap now down to about 8. Oh, Mass and Rydell have swapped positions. As soon as we look away, Mass gets it done over the mountain. That's not bad at all. Oh, no, in fact, sorry, just on the way up to the mountain. So that's through Quarry Bend. Sorry, I thought we were in Reed Park there. It's Quarry Bend. And is that the race leader behind them? Yes, it is. Wow, so that's the race leader catching up on 13. Someone in the chat did predict that he would lap half the field. Well, prediction true. He has indeed lapped half the field. Down the hill we go. He's going to get a nice cheeky bit of double slipstream here. And I'll tell you, this could play in the hands of the Audi ahead of him if he times it right. Yeah, there we go. Oh, he's put 2 wheels on the gravel though. He really wanted to get himself in the slipstream of the lead car there and get pulled on to the McLaren ahead of him. But Rydell will now drop massively behind Mass. Mass will have no complaints at that one, I'm sure. his mask on. There we go. Ooh, the race leader having a bit of a wiggle there. Well, 53 laps in, 54 laps almost into Bathurst. You're allowed one little wiggle, I suppose. Proves he is actually human, even if he is only 15. Incredible talent. Incredible talent. He is going to close in nicely on this McLaren Rydell. Doesn't look like he's going to be close enough to take advantage of the slipstream. Ribeiro is absolutely going to leave him standing. It's like an entirely different league at the minute. We've got 3 drivers who are out. We're down 4 drivers, sorry. We're down to 26 with Ray, David Gontier and De Leon all out of the race. The remaining 26 within 2 laps of the race leader, who we can see just in the middle of our screens there, 31 seconds ahead while carving his way through the traffic. He has lapped half the field, or just over half the field, and he is looking to take more names as well if he can. 6 seconds ahead of Steinbrenner is Grot, so Steinbrenner really is closing that gap. An extra few laps here, and Grot could find himself in a fair bit of trouble as Steinbrenner is moving very quickly still. And in fact has improved his average lap time by 1/10 of a second, whereas Grot's average lap time has increased by 2/10 of a second. There is now 1 second between their average lap times. .9 minutes, so he's maybe going to get 4 laps, 5 laps. Wow, if he's a second a lap quicker over 5 laps, that is going to bring him to within a second at the end of the race. A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. And I'll tell you this as well, Steinbrenner at the moment is the most consistent driver on track. Obviously the amount of blue flags that Ribeiro's had to go past has contributed to his slight downturn in consistency. It's dropped to a paltry 99.3%. Steinbrenner still with 99.5% consistency. And Grot at 99.8, but yeah, that's just me geeking out at the facts. It does look though, as I say, that Steinbrenner is a second a lap quicker than Grot at the moment, certainly on average. It's still, it's bang on 6 seconds is the gap between the two of them. We'll see what Grot does as he crosses the line here. Pasemko and Areco. Areco really contacting the wall on the exit to the cutting there. Cannot afford to do that too often if he is going to see another position. He's had a good race so far. Yeah, a very good race so far to be fair. But that contact on the way into Griffin's Mount could be costly. As I'm saying that, look how much close. We know he's going to get very close down this hill here. We've seen the Porsche do it all day long, and incredibly we've seen this Porsche in particular absolutely destroy everything else in a straight line. Are we about to see it again as Areco does close in on Pasemko? This could be a pretty short battle once again. Solid pace from Areco is, look at that, absolutely incredible. As soon as I look at the chart there, the slipstream absolutely kicked in. And that is Areco around the outside, and he's got the car in front before they even get to the braking zone. That's not what, there we go. And yeah, Pasemko doesn't even try and get back into the slipstream. He just wants this battle done and dusted. A little bit of a lockup from Areco into the last corner as Pasemko mounts the gravel. Golf cart. Yeah, Herbie would be proud. In fact, Herbie would be absolutely beside himself with pride. The comeback drive from Areco has been absolutely incredible, and he's back up to 10th place. He's only got 3 seconds to make up to Gontier. Let's go back into full geek mode, please. We need a full Ted Kravitz here, analysing these laps. Let's see. Oh, no, and Areco is currently 6/10 a lap quicker than Gontier. He's 2 2 seconds down with, what, 3 laps to go. It's about 1.8 seconds. Oh, it's going to get close. It's going to get close. Steinbrenner is still absolutely pushing as well. He's got that gap down to 4 seconds with 6 minutes to go. We are going to see an absolute grandstand for the final 2 podium positions on the closing lap. Bouchard and Fleischner struggling to get those 2 out there, it would appear. These 2 are close as well. Again, Boris, fearless founder of LFM, up to 22nd position on where he started. Remember, this is all to welcome in the inauguration of the integration and inauguration of RaceRoom into LFM. So get yourself onto the RaceRoom Discord, get yourself onto the LFM Discord, and of course get signed up on the LFM website. We'll have a proper look after the race, but this is what is going to be happening for season 18. There's lots of stuff for ACC and things as well, but we'll concentrate on the RaceRoom schedule because it is the best sim out there, and it is about time that we've got it on LFM. We just need the F4s now, please, Boris. Thank you very much. Steinbrenner keeping it to within 4 seconds. Mikowicz is 5 seconds behind as well, so he is really on a charge at this stage as well. Tipak 7 seconds down in 5th. Gerhardt, despite the 2 pit stops and spin, still holding on to 6th position. Braun in 7th. Roche in 8th, with Thomas Gontier in 9th place. Reco is the driver looking to catch up. Please overtake Vasenko. Yep, he did. Next, Gontier. He is next on track, and that gap is down to 2. Reco is definitely the quicker of the 2. How quickly can he get the overtake done? We've seen how fastidiously Gontier can attack and defend. So it's all about what chinks in the armour Reco can find. He doesn't seem to take long to find the chinks in these armours. Oh, that gap now. Force. Oh, that's a touch of the wall that you don't want. Not that there's ever a touch of the wall that you want around this track, but that is certainly not what you want in the closing few stages, especially with that force closing up. Bit of smoke coming up from the BMW, the Porsche getting a nice smooth run through the braking zone. Grotten Steinberger, 3.5 seconds is the gap between those 2. Ribeiro, the gap between him and the rest of the field is light years, quite frankly. At 15 years old, Tomas Ribeiro is a name we are going to hear a whole lot in sim racing. I would definitely say he's World Championship material. That's yeah, the consistency, the pace, it's all there. Let's see what happens with these 2 though. Gontier now finds himself with only a second separating them. Someone play the Jaws theme, please. Here comes a Reco for another overtake. I wonder if we can get a nice big Jaws fin on the top of that car. Certainly would be out of place. Manuel Amann is still fending off advances for his 12th place. It's Alex Maas and Jonas Riedel who are closing in. So we're going to see a 3-way battle for P12 into the end of the race by the look of it as well. De Silva Souza down in 17th place after that spin. He does have a battle that he's going to get involved in. Almost Audi on Audi action there as De Silva Souza getting exceptionally close to Mackenberg and Sen. So the battles are coming back to life then with 2 minutes left to go. That's an hour and 58 minutes of racing we've had already. Almost 40 pit stops. In fact, just over 40 pit stops between the one main stop that the drivers are taking, a few of them here and there, but 2 and 3 stops between them. Each, sorry. So there's been a lot of action in the pits, and I'll tell you what, the Silva Souza is absolutely on fire at the minute. Reco is within half a second. Reco has got this one lined up. Is he going to be single digits and back to where he started come the end of the race? And is De Silva Souza going to get a late overtake? Oh, Sen almost touches the wall there. I think 10 touched the wall. He is in the McLaren, so should be a bit tastier through the twisty stuff than the Audis, but you don't want to be giving up any advantage to the drivers behind this late, especially when we've seen what the slipstream can do. Mass and a man as well. Oh, and he's run a bit deep there. Mackenberg's opened up the door surely, and it's going to do them both. No service whatsoever, as Sen now has a fairly clear rear view mirror, but not the same could be said for Mackenberg, as the Silva Souza is going to pull out and take himself the outside position going into the chase chicane. Is he going to, I've almost said the corner chicane there. No, he's not going to be close enough. Managed to get out, managed to pull through the slipstream, but as soon as he pulled out and had to punch through the air himself, now lost a whole lot of pace. Oh wow, there we go. Is that Rydell right on the back? It is Rydell right on the back of this one. So this is the three-way battle that I was talking about as well. And oh, Areco's got the move done. I've missed it, I'm sorry. Oh, he's going to come right back at him, Gonti. He's got it done at the Quarry Bend. That is the way to do it. Up the hill to go, into the cutting, the BMW looking for the inside line. He's gone full send, and the Porsche's left more than enough room. Still manages to find the traction. And Areco... Ah, that's not the car we wanted. This is the car we wanted. There we go, Areco. Yeah, let's get this driver in an Audi. I would say if this is what he can do in a Porsche, imagine what he can do in an Audi. Rydell, oh, a man in massive swap positions. That's the other battle that we were looking for. So a man and massive swap position as Rydell is closing in. They're keeping it spicy right to the end. Certainly enough for the race leader, who's about to cross the line. No, he's not. That is the race over. So 60 laps are going to be completed, and this is going to be our race winner. The first one live on the YouTube channel with RaceRoom and LFM, and it's going to be an Audi with Thomas Ribeiro at the helm that's going to take the checkered flag. We need to make sure we catch him crossing the line, but we also need to make sure that we get as much of these overtakes as we can in the dying stages. And the Silva Souza looking to get one done on Mackenberg. Mass looking to get one done as well while fending off Rydell. Ribeiro is looking to fend off everyone else, and Steinbrenner has got himself to within half a second of second place. Oh, this is going to be so close along the corner straight. Out of the chase chicane though is Tomás Ribeiro, an absolute masterclass in how to race Bathurst. Flawless strategy, beautiful consistency, a perfect pit stop, and through the blue flags and taking the checker flag with lights flashing is Tomás Ribeiro. Beautiful drive, Tomás, congratulations. 60 laps of perfection. We've still got battles going on, and Steinbrenner's going to go for it along the final straight. They're coming into the corner, they're coming into the chase chicane, they're heavy on the brakes. It's Steinbrenner, he's going to try for it around the outside. He's got it done in the penultimate corner. What a comeback drive that is for Steinbrenner. Came with the pits in 4th place. He's managed to get himself back up to 2nd with 2 laps to... That is full faith in your abilities there. Neil Steinbrenner in the McLaren manages to get past fellow McLaren driver Groton. What a race that is. It's going to be Mikowitz who is going to take 4th place. Of course, we've got Alex Maas. Oh, already been given the checkered flag. A couple of cars have already been given the checkered flag. So some of those battles won't quite come to fruition. Oh, Boris carrying a bit of damage as he brings it across the line. That is unfortunate. Easy one for Portugal indeed. Absolute different gravy, as we say here. So there you go, there's a new Scottish phrase for you. Absolute different gravy. Ribeiro just completely flawless. You can get involved, get yourself involved. The LFM website, the LFM Discord, and the RaceRoom Discord as well, of course. And there is the race results. Ribeiro in first, Steinbrenner in 2nd place, and Grot in 3rd. And in fact, I think, yeah, there is the podium drivers there. As Areco does cross the line, so a few drivers still to cross the line. We did have a few drivers given the early yellow flag because there were 2 2 down. Just looking to see if we can get a few more names on the board there, but there is confirmation of the top 10. Areco definitely getting points for his efforts as well. Ribeiro is still out on track. So it was Ribeiro, Steinbrenner and Grott in first, second and third. Mikowicz got fourth with Tipak in fifth. Gerhardt, Roche sixth and seventh. Braun got eighth with Areco into the top 10 at the expense of Thomas Gontier in 10th place. It was Pasemko in 11th with a man in 12th place. Maas in 13th with Rydell in 14th. Mackenberg got 15th ahead of Sen in 16th position. It was De Silva Souza got himself 17th with Dufek in 18th. Ferdinand Coughlin got himself 19th with Boucher in 20th position. Fleissner got 21st with Boris Schalk bringing home 22nd place. Our fearless LFM founder, he can fairly put together a decent tune as well, and he's pretty quick as well. It's just unfair. Gasper Meese got 23rd with Roland Hack in 23rd position. Bear with me a moment. That has jumped over. So we will jump back to the studio and I can close that. That was, of course, the inaugural RaceRoom LFM race. RaceRoom is now on LFM. Get yourself signed up. The game itself free to try. Get yourself onto the Virtual Racing Points website. You can buy the points cheap. You get discount on the points, and you then get discount in the store for using the Virtual Racing Points. And if you did buy yourself the starter pack, say, and you then wanted to buy the premium pack, they will discount the starter pack from the premium pack, so you don't have to pay the full price on the premium pack if you've already bought stuff. It is the most incredible game out there. The physics are phenomenal and the audio is the best in sim racing. And as you can see, the racing that is on offer: GT3s, Mazda MX-5, DTM 92s and 95s. Oh yes, the FR3s, the Aquila CR1 Super Tourings, and the KTM Crossbow. Fixed racing for that one. So make sure you get yourself signed up. Absolutely phenomenal racing that we've just heard on display from the top 30 drivers. 853 drivers set times to take part. That was the top 30 strutting their stuff at the top of the field. We hope you enjoyed that broadcast. Let me see if we have... no, we're not doing that. I'm sure there will be many, many, many more to come. So again, get yourself signed up to LFM and RaceRoom. And you too can enjoy all the spills and thrills that we've seen over that incredible calendar that is still to come. It's all we've got time for this evening. We're going to leave you with the phenomenal trailer. Thank you to everyone that's subscribed on the channel this evening and given the stream a thumbs up. Make sure you do click that like button on there and hit the subscribe. Chuck in a comment as well. Let me know, is the Audi OP or is Ribeiro OP? Which one are we going for? But we will be back again soon. Huge thank you to everyone that's tuned in from RaceRoom and, of course, LFM as well. My name has been John Wright. It's been my absolute pleasure hosting this event. And I seriously hope to see you all out on track on RaceRoom very, very soon. Until then, though, stay safe, take it easy, and have a great rest of your night. Good night.